Hey Chad,
Yeah.
what's your process for compression on acoustic guitar?
Okay, that's cool. We've talked about EQ on acoustic guitar, so it makes sense we talk about compression. Unlike EQ, I generally do compress a bit while we're recording, as we're recording. And partly because I think it's good when you're doing compression when you can to do it in, sort of stages, It sounds a little more natural that way, so I try to get a little bit when I'm recording and then later on when I'm mixing. When I'm recording, I'm just very gentle with it. A very slow attack, pretty fast release, let's say. You kind of got to dial that in, but fast-ish, low ratio, and just have it kind of knocking a couple of dB off, something like that will be fine. And then later on, when I'm mixing it, I do something like that, but maybe a little bit more aggressive, maybe like a 3-to-1, ratio, and a relatively fast release. Still a pretty slow, medium to slow attack time, and just knock off another, 3 dB or so. That usually gets it sitting in there pretty nice. Um, the only exception is sometimes you'll push an acoustic guitar into a mix, and some of the higher parts, the percussive parts, will start to poke out a little bit. In a situation like that, you might uh, increase the attack time, make it faster, so it grabs those spikes a little quicker. And then, besides that, all I would say is just be careful because, if you over compress an acoustic guitar, other than hearing the compressor if you don't want to, and generally you don't, what you might accidentally do is enhance the anomalies of the performance, like pick noise and fingers sliding around. And you kind of have to get the right balance there to where that's not annoying, but it's sitting in the track right. But if you play around with those ideas, you'll do pretty good.